Game 7 can only be described as one word, and that was weird. Ever since the Haliburton injury, you can only describe this Game 7 of the NBA Finals as weird and unexpected. Despite the way the game turned out, more expected because the Thunder won. They won how they've won all season. They won how they got here. They've won how they won all playoffs, which is something we did not really see consistently in this finals. We did not see the Thunder have this type of performance where they go on a stretch in the third quarter, where they run away from their opponents, where they just turnovers are the issue of the game. They shoot a little bit more threes. That is not something we've seen consistently as they played the Pacers, and that's something people expected to see consistently throughout this finals. So you could say it was kind of expected. Game 7 turned out as it was expected earlier in the series for the Thunder to perform like this. But other than that, truly an unexpected Game 7. Like I said in my preview video, Game 7 is close. Game 7s of the NBA Finals are close. They've been close, whether it was 2013 with the Heat and the Spurs, 2016 with the Cavs and the Warriors. Before that, I believe the Celtics and the Lakers. And even going back to 94 with the Knicks and the Rockets. All NBA Finals Game 7s have been close. This game got kind of close towards the end, but you knew it was out of sight. It was out of reach even for the Magic Pacers, especially when they lost Haliburton. You know, they tried to make a Pacers run at the end, but they were missing Haliburton. But credit to OKC. They are the 2025 NBA champions. Probably you could say expected, like I said. This Game 7 was weird, yet expected. You could say you expected, OKC to win. They were the best team all season. 68-win team. Only have 6 losses at home. Historically great team. One of the best defensive teams of all time. But man, this Game 7, I was excited. I was hyped. And then to see Haliburton go down. It just ruins it, kind of, because the Pacers were playing with that energy that they just lost their star player. They were playing like they were playing for Haliburton, but OKC's 68-win team, one of the best teams of all time, is just too good to be playing without Tyrese Haliburton. Someone that you've relied on throughout the whole season. Maybe he's not your main scorer, but he's a pretty decent scorer, but he facilitates that offense. He is the general of that offense. He works that offense. He commands it. That's his offense. And playing without him in a Game 7, to be honest, the Pacers had no shot. Despite hanging in there throughout the first and second quarter, the Pacers had no shot when Tyrese Haliburton went down. He looked like he was going to be aggressive Haliburton throughout the game. He looked like he was going to be aggressive Haliburton in those first, 5 minutes or whatever he played. Hit 3 threes. Heat checking, talking his stuff when the Thunder called the timeout after his threes. Came back right after that timeout. And it popped. His Achilles popped. Another Achilles injury in the NBA playoffs. Another Achilles injury in the NBA this season. Something the NBA needs to figure out. Whether it's the teams lessening the season, you're going to have to take your dollars and shove them back in your pockets. Because the NBA season doesn't need to be 82 games. And then the playoffs are all 7-game series. Either make one not 7-game series, not make every damn series of 7 games, or you shorten the season. That's something the NBA truly needs to consider. With all these players going down with Achilles, Tatum, Lillard, Haliburton, all in the playoffs. Drew Smith, DeJounte Murray. I think Donis, he had an Achilles. A couple other players probably had an Achilles I can't think of. But it's truly a problem. But it was the Game 7 of the finals, and this is what we're talking about. That's why I said it is weird. But honestly, OKC played a great game. Despite them, it's gonna be a stain. It's gonna be a stain on the resume of this title, of the authenticity of this title, because it's gonna be what if Haliburton was able to play a full Game 7? What if? Because I coming into this, I thought the Pacers would win, and I said in my preview, Game 7's about the role players. What role players show up and give you that spark? And the role players of the Pacers showed that. And I said I trust the role players for the Pacers more than I do the Thunder. And it proved right. Benedict Mathurin had 24. TJ McConnell went on a crazy streak in the third quarter. It proved right that the role players can be counted on more than the ones for the Thunder. But I was not also considering that Tyrese Haliburton wouldn't be there. The role players kept it close. Miles Turner was not there. Pascal Siakam should have been playing the whole game. He was not as effective as he needed to be when his when his right hand man, his Robin or his Batman went out. Game 7 was weird. It's weird because I don't know how I feel. Give me about 5 to 10 business days. How this OKC title should, the OKC was a better team all season, but they finally met someone in the finals. Even though they met someone in the Nuggets, they were able to get past them. They met someone in the Pacers that would never give up, fight, find a way back into the game, and even win the game and take the game back. And honestly, I thought the Pacers were going to win this game. I was strongly confident the Pacers were going to win this game. Not expecting injuries, especially an injury to Tyrese Haliburton. And unfortunately, you could say it was more, it was more likely to happen than any other player, of course, because he had the same calf strain KD had, and then same result KD had in the finals also, torn Achilles. And I saw a clip of Kendrick Perkins saying he shouldn't play, and that was, of course, circulated after the game. No one was thinking about this before the game, I guess, besides him. But he ended up being right, and it absolutely sucks for the Thunder and for the Pacers. But I don't know how I feel about the Thunder. The BS in me. I don't know this Thunder title. Is it a real title? Is it like the bubble chip? Or the bubble chip doesn't count? The bubble chip doesn't count. Does the Thunder chip count? I don't know, but honestly, Chet Holmgren, great game for Chet Holmgren. Jalen Williams playing through injury, great game. Shea, great game. That's what the star needed. 29 points. I told you it would get you 30. He basically got you 30. Chet Holmgren, 18 points. Amazing bounce back game. He was everywhere defensively, making the switches. Guard in the paint, people trying to shoot over. No, you're not shooting over Chet Holmgren in this game 7. He's going to make sure he's there. He's going to enforce his will. He's going to block. He's going to get blocks. And he had 18 points. He's averaging 11 in the playoffs. So he had 7 above his average. Something he needed. More offensive production. Lou Dort defensively. Amazing. He got you 2 threes. Hartenstein had that and one that kind of sparked them back. OKC gave him a nice little spark, but 7 points to Hartenstein. And then Alex Caruso was also another great piece off the bench. Like he's been all series except the last game. He's had multiple 20-point games. Here he was great defensively, and he was hitting those threes in the first quarter. It was good for Alex Caruso. Just a good all-around game from the Thunder. But I thought if the Pacers had Haliburton, they win this game. I mean, McConnell, Mathurin, Turner would have been more involved. I can't do a true analysis of the game. I can't give you my true thoughts of the game. But it's just running through my brain. What if Haliburton continued to play? And this would have been a different reaction if Haliburton played, because I would have been questioning this. But I guess you could say the true better basketball team, statistically, historically, and historically, and just on paper, won the NBA Finals and got the chip, which is what you want. You want the better team to win. The Finals is all about surprises, and I thought the Pacers really didn't give you guys a surprise by winning this Game 7. But it sucks. What do I have for the Pacers? Nesmith. God damn it, stop fouling, kid. Miles Turner, where the hell was he? He only played 24 minutes. He should be playing half the damn game. He's Miles Turner. He's a free agent. It's going to be interesting what they do. He only had 6 points. Haliburton had those 9. Siakam only had 16. Haliburton's out the whole game. Siakam needs 30. But McConnell and Mathurin is what kept them in this game and made it a 12-point game, 103-91. And what made it kind of close at the end, McConnell kept them in there, fighting back after the Thunder went on a run, but they answered right back with another run. And at the point when McConnell's getting triple teamed, it's going to talk. McConnell's your leading scorer. McConnell's your leading guy right now with Haliburton out, and he's getting triple teamed in the NBA Finals Game 7. And he's not a shooter. He's not a threat beyond the arc. There was no hope for the Pacers, honestly, especially going into that fourth quarter, down 13. That's the spot you need Haliburton, and without Haliburton, there is no hope. Thunder win the NBA Finals. Weird Game 7. Low energy reaction video for Game 7 that I was excited for. But I guess you could say the better team all season won. I really thought the Pacers were going to win, man. Hope Haliburton recovers soon.